Is this you? Do you like fast food? Be careful. Hypertension might be already lurking in you. But how can fast food cause hypertension? Let's start on the definition of hypertension. Hypertension is an evil physical state that sometimes goes unnoticed in most victims. Hypertension is a term where a person has high blood pressure that causes severe complications such as heart attack, stroke, and other diseases, which could be lethal if not treated properly. What is blood pressure? Blood pressure is the force exerted by the blood against the walls of the blood vessel. The pressure depends on the work being done by the heart and the resistance of the blood vessels. So can you imagine what could happen if there's a high blood pressure? Symptoms of hypertension include headache, shortness of breath, and even nosebleed. These are some of the risk factors which are divided into non-modifiable and modifiable risk factors of hypertension. Remember the burger that the guy ate in the first few seconds of the video? The food contains high salt and fat, which is one of the modifiable risk factors. There are a lot of mechanisms of how it happened. Hypertension associated with high salt intake is much more complex and involves multiple interconnected factors participate in the pathophysiology of hypertension. For example, when you eat salty food, the brain signals you to drink more water and this increases fluid in the blood. The increase in the blood volume will then increase arterial pressure. Elevation of blood pressure also leads to formation of atherosclerosis plaque. The plaque could be formed from high-fat diet and this build up in the blood capillaries. The presence of plaque will then further increase the blood pressure due to obstruction of the vessels. The obstruction will then cause several health complications stated earlier. Scary, right? So, how to know that we got hypertension? Don't worry, the blood pressure test is relatively easy and sometimes free. You may be able to get a free blood pressure screening at a health resource fair or other location in your community. You can also find a machine in some stores that will measure your blood pressure for free. Then, after you get the reading, paste it on this table to know what is your risk of getting hypertension. If the reading states that you have an elevated blood pressure, what should you do before it reaches stages of hypertension? The first thing you need to do is to change your diet into DASH diet, which is a flexible, balanced eating plan that encourages more intake of vegetable, fruit, and whole grains while reducing intake of high-fat and high-sugar foods. Then, do regular physical exercises 3 to 4 times a week for 30 minutes, such as jogging, walking, cycling. Since hypertension could be due to stress, you could start by meditating in the morning. But do not opt for smoking as a way to reduce stress, as smoking will induce hypertensive actions. CVDs are the #1 cause of death globally. An estimated 17.9 million people died from CVDs in 2016, representing 31% of all global deaths. Of these deaths, 85% are due to heart attack and stroke, and hypertension is one of the major causes of all of this. So in short, hypertension could cause several CVDs due to diet and lifestyle of an individual, or due to unavoidable risk factor. Symptoms of hypertension could be well hidden in one's body. So throw the burger away and go check your blood pressure before it's too late.